Hello trainers, Ganeto here with a brand new interface just for you trainers. I wanted to improve as much as possible the visual experience because after all you are getting a lot of minutes on my channel per video, at least 10 as it seems, and I think that you need the best outcome possible for your eyes, right? And this one might be just better than ever. So write me down in the comment section what you think, what you hate, what you love. Perhaps we can improve it much more than that. So let's return now into the video as we're having a powerful team to showcase for today's content and especially for Open Ultra League. So we're gonna use Alola Sandslash up in front with Golisopod and Toxicroak at the back. So we have 0 legendaries here, 3 Pokemon that you can definitely build around, and I think that you can also rely a lot on Toxicroak on the end of this battle and especially on your Golisopod as a safe switch on the entire meta of Open Ultra League, no matter what team you might use. As you can see here, we have one of the worst leads ever against a fighter, and right after we're having some very bad individual matchups as well, but the battle is definitely not over yet. As it seems here, they cannot get not even to the Shadow Punch, we can farm down with the counters, and the Mud Bomb will take that final shield out of play. This means now that the second one will bring them super low. In combination with my final drill run, we will grab that final outcome of this first battle, and we're gonna get this victory. Into the next battle now trainers, and guess what? Another fighter along the way. Yes trainers, once again we're gonna have a lot of bad leads coming up on your screens, and I think that you are not gonna regret at all. So we're gonna keep going here with that amazing Steelix coming up on your screens, but who cares at this point? We can still go ahead and go pretty rough up against them with that Golisopod. So what I have figured here is that Steelix can always bring us to no HP if they want to, but to do so they need to spend some shields, and of course they're gonna get to those breaking swipes always at that 4th Dragon Tail, which means that my Golisopod over here will also get there at the liquidation at the same amount of time, and we can always win those CMPs. So in doing so we managed to get them pretty low here, able to completely farm down, and now they have no shields at all, which is pretty great for us while we still have 1 shield remaining. Just gonna smash my switch button here to Toxicroak, and most people are not expecting a Toxicroak as a closer, so look at that. Now they're getting severely weak to my Pokemon, even though we had a very bad lead. So both Virizion, both Cobalion, and of course this Greedent are gonna be extremely weak to my fighting moves, and this trainer has 2 of these Pokemon on their remaining spots of their team, so we can easily finish them off. Also Steelix is gonna struggle, also Registeel, so always those steel types are gonna get destroyed down by that Toxicroak, and that's why I decided to use it over here in a weird combination with my Alola Sandslash, able to snipe down that final victory with that Virizion. Into the next battle now trainers, and we're having Sandslash on the mirror. They have a shadow one, we have the regular one, and as you can see I have only 1 in attack, which means that most of those CMPs are gonna be lost. It doesn't matter, we can still play accordingly, and let's see how this is gonna end, because I always go for the CMP right straight ahead, just in case they have 0 in attack, or just we win it by a lucky chance if we have both 1 in attack, but it doesn't matter at all. Right here as you can see, we can still try to catch them, bank that remaining energy for the end game, and we managed to get out of there a Pokemon like this Charizard. So Golisopod is perfect for this team, especially as a safe switch, and I believe that even though we're gonna fall short to that Charizard, we can still return into the battle with our Sandslash and still completely farm down that fire type Pokemon. So Charizard is an immense threat for the entire Open Ultra League, but still we can always rely on our Sandslash over here to finish off even Charizard. With Charizard out of the way, most probably they will have no other counter to my counter user, but guess what? They have a Toxicroak of their own. Mud Bomb will connect here for massive damage, but they need again 6 counters and they are never gonna get there, so they surrender eventually this battle. Into the next battle now, and we're having the amazing Deoxys up in front. So this Pokemon is a complete core breaker for my team. Why, you may ask? Well, the main reason for it is gonna be its moveset. Not so much its bulk, but the moveset is definitely gonna be kinda problematic. It has counter for my Sandslash, it has Thunderbolt or Rock Slide for my Golisopod, and of course a simple Psycho Boost might actually destroy down completely my Toxicroak. With that in mind now, we're gonna see that their next Pokemon is gonna be Steelix, and we can always rely on that thing that we said before, because Steelix will always lose those CMPs. It doesn't matter here that they will take us out, we can still go into the battle now with our Sandslash and start farming down some crucial energy. So before they reach here to the Earthquake, I will try to throw my Ice Punch, and if they block, it's super fine, we're also gonna block. If they don't, we are also gonna be in a very good spot, because now we have brought that Deoxys pretty low with a lot of synergy. As you can see, those counters are hurting, but not that much, because this is Open Ultra League after all, and Deoxys doesn't have a great attack stat. So here comes now my Drill Run. I expect them to survive, but still we can easily farm down right after. At the back they have a Greninja, so we have kept our closer for the end game in a very well manner, and of course right after we can easily finish off Greninja, not only with the counters but also with the Mud Bomb, and right after Deoxys will also fall into our trap. Into the next battle now, trainers, with a Giratina up in front. We finally catch a break after all those very bad leads, and we're having Tapu Fini on the switch. You know what, Tapu Fini is kinda problematic as well for this team, because we do not have a clear answer, but still, after going for one of these drill runs and backing the remaining energy for the end game for Giratina most probably, we're gonna have kinda the upper hand here if we can block correctly that Moonblast. We're gonna do exactly that, and of course we're gonna use now Aerial Ace. I really like Aerial Ace, even though X-Scissor is gonna be much better in certain situations, but with Aerial Ace you get extra coverage against the fighters, which is pretty good, especially up against Virizion. That's why I decide to use it most of the times. Liquidation now to lower the defense of our opponent, and of course right after, if that is not gonna be an ancient power, of course, we can still reach to another one. So here comes now Tentacruel, and I will bank that remaining energy for the end game. Unfortunately for us, they have a bulky Pokemon over here, they have the shield advantage, so a double Scald is definitely coming on my way. They have farmed up a lot of energy at this point, and even though I know I can survive one, I do not want to get pretty low from now. I decide to block the first and then get to my Drill Run just in case I happen to catch on the next one, but as it seems this doesn't matter at all, they can still outspeed me to the next charge attack. So what I want to do here is to charge up to a nice punch, keep it for the end game, and right after we can go in there with our Toxicroak. With Toxicroak having Mud Bomb now and being a little bit better on the offensive stat this season, because Mud Bomb got a little bit of a huge update offensively, we're gonna see that this Dragon Claw cannot finish us off yet, and this Mud Bomb is gonna put almost an end to the Giratina. Now Giratina is super low, and all we have to do is to farm down with our Sandslash. To my surprise though, this is not gonna work. They can still get to the Shadow Sneak, and right after Aerial Ace from my Lysopod will be just enough to finish off Tentacruel and do one more Shadow Claw to get the victory against that Giratina in a very troublesome battle. Into the next one now, trainers, and we're having a Clefable up on the lead. So on the switch we are meeting up with the Steelix, and of course we have to get to those drill runs. Look at how weird that battle is. We try to catch the move on the Golisopod, but they end up going for the bait anyways, and yeah, that is kind of a big bummer. Perhaps you need to stay in here and throw the second drill run, or just go pretty early on the Golisopod, but still, as it seems, after the first drill run we can still finish off even a Pokemon like the Steelix. The move is coming up, doesn't matter what it is, we know that we can withstand it, and right after we are still gonna be able to finish off. So all that bad play that I did before doesn't matter, we can still have the upper hand even against that Clefable. However, those Fairy Winds can still charge up a lot of energy on the Clefable, because if I count correctly here, they have 8 or 9 worth of energy. So Sandslash now is gonna return into the battle. At the back they have the usual suspect core of Steelix and Greninja, because you use the Steelix aggressively to draw out the fighter, but this is not gonna work with our team. We know what we can expect here, and of course right after we can easily farm down with our Toxicroak. I'm expecting them to throw immediately their energy, because otherwise they will be in a difficult position by being kind of obliged in order to block my moves. And as it seems here, my Sandslash will definitely close pause this battle, drill run number 1, and right after they can still reach to their move. You know what, I'm just gonna press immediately here my Ice Punch because I have a feeling they are not gonna even spend a shield here since the outcome has already been settled and we're gonna take this victory. Charizard now for the final battle, trainers. A very bad lead for our Sandslash. Even though we can go for those Ice Punches, they can still survive one while we cannot survive a Blast Burn at all. They know that, so that's why they are gonna take the first one, and of course we need to respect the damage from the Blast Burn. Sometimes I block the correct move, sometimes the wrong one, but you have to live with it. So with that said, now they are trying to catch my Ice Punch on that Walrein, and I will try to do the same on my Golisopod. We do not catch a move, but in total whatever move they might throw here is still gonna be resisted. So Golisopod is a very huge, immense and big threat to the entire Open Ultra League format, and Walrein is no exception at all. So another move is coming up, we can definitely survive even one more triple Icicle Spear. What is happening here? And of course we can make them throw the remaining energy with ease. I'm just fine with this, I just wanted to keep that Walrein super low so that I can then farm down with my Toxicroak. Now let's see what they have at the back, because they have a Pokemon like the Sylveon, and even if they return with a Charizard, I could still get at least a shield out of them. So as it seems here, I make the mistake of going for the Ice Punch, even though I could easily take the move and still farm down. Charizard now returns into the battle, we have to block now the correct move, it is gonna be the Blast Burn, and of course we have so much energy to spare at the point that they are gonna take it, because eventually we could get to that triple Ice Punch and they definitely know that. So that's gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and staying till the end. Just be sure to write down in the comment section what you think about this new interface, because it is kinda fun and kinda unique just for you and your visual experience. Thank you for watching once again, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one.